Talk. What's wrong?
Yeah, we're 2 minutes and 20 seconds into the game, and we didn't have the mics on the entire time.
Way to go, Prodigy.
Derp. So we'll just go over the opening plugs again. This is the Alberta Beatdown 2 tournament here at OverKlocked Gaming in Edmonton, Alberta, and we're watching Versailles against InsaneAI. And we're just kind of waiting to see what kind of openings these players are going to be going for. We see InsaneAI going for a pretty standard Terran opening here. They're getting that orbital command up and running, and InsaneAI, or Versailles is over here. Its own cybernetics core, so very standard stuff so far. And the players should be just about scouted each other. As we can see, Versailles does have the probe moving around the base of InsaneAI, so she's got a pretty good idea of what's going to be going on in here. She's actually going to take that probe out of there. Interesting decision. Probably going to take that to the Zelnaga tower, and InsaneAI is actually going to be moving down to the bottom here to start setting up a wall, so maybe we're going to see a fast expansion build out of InsaneAI.
That does seem possible. We over here in Versailles base, we do have the cybernetics core finished. He does have quite a bit of chrono boost saved up to get that warp gate tech out as fast as possible. We'll just have to see where she's going from here. Her second guess is up, but oh, she does send 4 probes to it. Does figure that out and send 1 more back.
Yeah, and InsaneAI's decided to take that SCV out of there. Doesn't want to spend all day being chased around by that zealot bully. Just is going to go back home to mama here. Not even going to hang out at the Zelnaga tower.
We do see InsaneAI now putting down a fast expansion. And he does have a bunker with 1 marine in it there. Kind of odd position for that bunker, as Versailles could go down this ramp here on the left side of that natural.
Yeah, and Versailles is going to be adding on a first stalker here. So again, very standard opening from the Protoss player here. It's got the second gateway on the way, robotics facility as well. And the question is she going to stick on 2 gateways and this robotics facility and go for an expansion, or is she going to add on a third and go for some kind of a timing attack, or just play really defensive? The robotics facility is going to allow her to get a lot of scouting information by pumping out an observer and sending it across this very short gap, so she's going to be able to figure out exactly what's going on in the base of InsaneAI, and she's going to see very quickly that there's an expansion there, and there's really not much in the way of aggression that she has to worry about at this point in the game.
We do see InsaneAI starting as +1 infantry weapons, so we may see some sort of +1 timing attack sometime later on. We do have Versailles starting to get a small army formed. A timing attack would be quite good versus a fast expanding Terran, but I'm not quite sure what her plan is yet. So we're going to build yeah, there's the observer from the robotics facility. Yeah. Rallied straight into, actually right in front of Versailles' little, I wouldn't even know what to call that, semi-wall he's got there at the front of his expansion.
Yeah, well, he does have... This is a pretty interesting wall because it gives him the option to run around either side and maybe attempt to circumvent a few force fields here. It's definitely an interesting decision. And first observer is going to pop out. She's going to be sending that directly across. We can also see a Twilight Council on the way right now. And there's also an Immortal coming out. So, again, very standard opening. And we're just waiting for some more action to get underway. We can see another barracks going down here for InsaneAI. Factory as well, so he's finally going to start teching up. So we can see he's already got 250 gas in the bank. And we can see STEM and level 1 weapons just about to finish here. And the observer is going to see exactly what's going on. So Versailles, with a lot of information. And will she expand? Will she attack is the question now.
We do have Versailles getting some Immortals. I'm curious to see what she's going to do with that Twilight Council. My guess would be blank, but not too sure yet. We have the factory almost finishing for InsaneAI. Hopefully going to probably get some siege tanks. Not too much in the way of units yet, just this second barracks. But the tech lab almost finished on it.
Yeah, so now Versailles looking like she's going to throw down an expansion here, realizing that the longer she waits, the farther behind she's going to be falling economically here.
It's quite farther ahead in supply, though.
Minerals. Pounds are going to finish. She's going to be able to warp some more units. But no, instead of the expansion, she actually decides to start up another Immortal here. Not quite sure what...
I think if she scouted his InsaneAI's front now with an observer and sees his small army, she could easily go push in and possibly win. because her supply is quite farther ahead.
Yeah, unfortunately, with those missile turrets here, that's going to be pretty hard for Versailles to get any observers in there. We can see 6 Marauders making their way across the map right now. We've got a Marine here at the Zelnaga Tower, and it looks like InsaneAI is going to try to launch an attack here. But with this second Immortal just about to pop, this is going to be met with...
great resistance.
It's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, those Marauders will get absolutely demolished by those 2 Immortals. And if they try to run away, some good force fields will stop them dead in their tracks to put Versailles in an even bigger lead.
Yes, we're going to see the first engagement of the game right now. InsaneAI runs up and sees that there is a far superior army. And those Marauders tell each other, we look way too free right now. Let's go home. They're going to level up their game. And look at this. Versailles right now is going to be going for that Dark Shrine. The question is, are we going to see a Warp Prism?
InsaneAI is getting a fusion core. He has tech labs on his star parts, so we are going to be seeing some battle cruisers. Very interesting choice.
Yeah, but the question is, can he really afford it? He's not spending much else on gas right now. We can see him throwing down 4 supply depots.
There's supply block for actually about 30 or 40 seconds there when he was pushing out with his little Marauder army.
Yeah, and now Versailles has her expansion up and running. Still hasn't quite taken that gas yet, but she should be getting that sorted out pretty quick here. Definitely going to need that gas for that Dark Shrine, which is going to pop up pretty soon here. Siege mode is complete for InsaneAI. And he looks like he's going to gear up for another push here. Maybe try to use this as a bit of a diversion to get his battle cruisers up on the field. And Versailles just continuing to pump out these Immortals. Immortals cannot shoot battle cruisers.
And if they could, that would be incredibly broken. We do have 65 energy on his 1 command center, so we'll see if he spends that on a mule or not. That'll be pretty crucial if he does. We have Versailles throwing down 2 more gateways, which will bring her total up to 4. And we have a War Prism coming out, which is a good decision on these close air positions.
Yeah, she's already seen that there are these turrets here, as far as I know, since that observer did go down. Yeah, we check her vision, we can see that she's well aware of the fact that there is a detector there, so he's going to be dropping these directly into the main. Or she's actually just going to use this War Prism to warp them straight in. And that's going to spell a lot of trouble. She's going to see the battle cruisers coming. She's going to do a huge dent to the economy. And then when the units show up to actually deal with this Dark Templar threat, she's going to be able to just run them away and start picking off these tech labs, put a huge dent in the battle cruiser production. Meanwhile, InsaneAI gearing up in the middle of the map here is going to be unsieging his tanks, moving them forward, and 13-minute 3 siege tank battle cruiser timing attack. High-level stuff.
We do have 1 more Immortal almost halfway down for Versailles. Another gateway almost finished. The 2 gateways have not been turned into warp gates yet. And we do have InsaneAI trying to take the gold expansion while he's pressuring here. He's not doing too bad in this fight so far, though.
Yeah, these siege tanks are doing huge damage to the army of Versailles. Versailles in a lot of trouble right now. She needs to get more stalkers out on the field, but InsaneAI is still not feeling very confident, despite the fact that he was able to pick off 2 of the Immortals in the army of Versailles there. And he is going to fall back, wait for a few more of these battle cruisers to pop out. Still waiting to see what is going down. There are the Dark Templar over here in the back of the base of InsaneAI. He still is yet to actually react to them, but the battle cruiser is going to be making his way up to the top there. He's got a pretty good ring of turrets here. Versailles is going to go straight for the orbital command. InsaneAI needs to repair this if he wants to actually keep it alive. The battle cruisers might not be able to take it down in time, but he does get the repair off. And these Dark Templar are going to be taken out, or they might be able to make it a little bit farther away, but he does throw down a scan to clean up the remainder. Versailles has an opportunity to get this Warp Prism out of there. Will she be able to do it? No. Warp Prisms are, in fact, made out of paper, so as soon as they get spotted by anything, they're going to go down. InsaneAI adding on a gold expansion here. And just continuing to pump out battle cruisers. Versailles, meanwhile, is trying to get out as many stalkers as she possibly can. Still pumping out Immortals. Not the best allocation of the very limited resources she has available to her. And as I say that, I see that she has 2,000 minerals in the bank. And definitely wouldn't hurt to get Blink out right now or go for a 3rd expansion. InsaneAI definitely going for a much better position, as we can see this command center out in the middle of the map.
We do have some DTs come here that just got scanned. Very nice seeing the blur there and throwing down a quick scan there. I was going to walk up to the missile turrets, and that army is hot on those DTs there.
Yeah, and it does look like InsaneAI is going to be able to pick that off with just a few rallied units hanging out in the mineral line. Definitely a smart plan to keep a few of those there. Versailles now going to be throwing down her 3rd expansion here. Going to be getting Blink, adding on 3 more gateways, and just advancing her tech as much as she can to deal with this battlecruiser threat. And if we take a look at the unit count right now, we can set that there are 3 battlecruisers out on the field, and the 4th one is going to be joining the party in just a few seconds here. Gold expansion is up and running for InsaneAI. Is going to be adding on some gas as well, and that is only going to help him pump out even more battlecruisers. And without a really good counter from Versailles, these battlecruisers are going to do insane amounts of damage. Finally adding on a forge to get some of those crucial weapons and armor upgrades, which are going to be oh so useful against a unit like the battlecruiser. Armor is just going to do so much against something that only shoots 8 damage at the ground, but shoots at a very high rate. 1 or 2 armor is just going to do absolute wonders, especially when you add on something like Guardian Shield. You can make your army relatively impervious to something like battlecruisers. And as I say that, we can see that there is Yamato Cannon on the way for InsaneAI, who is again gearing up for another attack.
I'd like to see him take another expansion while he's pushing out here, like he did in that last engagement, where he did manage to take the gold and secure it quite easily. We do have Versailles chilling out here with her Stalker army. We do have another forge going down for some double upgrades, weapons and armor, and a reasonable amount of war gates back in their base.
Very interesting play here. InsaneAI setting up outside of the base of Versailles. I think that's a very hard angle for Versailles to attack into. He's going to be starting to knock down some of the production of Versailles. Versailles going to splint in here, try to get as close as you possibly can, but the Stalkers are just getting absolutely annihilated.
Stalkers were on move command
the
and just
tanks.
got absolutely demolished by those Marauders, Battlecruisers, and those siege tanks. So GG call by Versailles.
Yeah, we're going to be going into game 2 here in just a second.